So we already know with a lot of these Fed cases, man, a lot of cats that typically you wouldn't think would roll over, fold, we don't break, we don't bend, we don't fold, shoddy Treyway voice, see those basically numbers, them football numbers, them spend the rest of your life in behind bars, or I don't think it's bars in a lot of these federal facilities, right? Depending on how you're classified, but you ain't never coming home. When the feds start throwing them numbers around, man, cats start talking. That's facts. That high federal conviction rate, it's not because everyone goes to trial with the feds. They cop out, take deals, and debrief the feds. And with this Big U rolling 60s indictment and all these individuals tied up in it, man, a lot of these dudes are internet clown bozos playing all these internet games, right? We already know pretty much anyone tied to no jumpers doing that. So it's like, who's gonna tell in this situation, right? Not to mention there was a lot of people trying to say Big U was telling. I don't know. Y'all let me know if you think that he was or whatever. But with this latest development, I don't know what to make of this.
He told me that Luce Cannon, I mentioned to him, I go, you know, Wack's got a whole thing coming that he's been kind of slowly letting out, where he's basically like revealing all this information he has that suggests that Luce Cannon's a snitch. Bricc said, man, you're telling me that motherfucker was trying to get me to tell just the other day, like before they moved him to a separate section or whatever. He said that actually that's what they got into, because he said that Luce Cannon was basically encouraging him to start working the way that he's been working. Now, people out there watching this, I told you, there are different sides to Bricc Baby. There's the trolling side of Bricc Baby. There's the f***ing around, lying ass Bricc Baby for content, whatever. There's one this. This was me and him, nobody listening in besides his girl, having a conversation. We only had a couple minutes to get the conversation in, and he was being 100% serious. So, if he is lying, I can't detect it as somebody who knows him very, very well. I don't think he was lying.
So apparently now Adam and Bricc Baby are cool, right? Bricc Baby was just going off. What did Adam throw a couple hundred in his on his books? You know what I mean? So he could get some snacks and stop being all sick behind the wall, right? Did he have someone slip him a Suboxone strip in there that he can break up into pieces so he ain't ishing all over himself? You remember that Bricc Baby was trying to talk about he ain't getting sick a while back. That's how you know that man is full of ish. But here Bricc Baby is now, man, it's crazy too. You hear Wack 100 being like, I told you, you know, because Wack's on this whole campaign showing all this stuff about Luce Cannon having an open case dating way back and he's the feds or whatever. And it's like, we already know Wack 100 is some kind of COINTELPRO operation, federally something, you know what I mean? And the way Luce Cannon incriminated himself to be Wack 100's #1 internet toy soldier to go against Big U, who Wack used to nut ride for protection and to name drop him like game verses so he could, you know, fake the funk like he's a tough guy. Go check out Spider Loke's channel. He just reacted to them Lost Scandalous TV or whatever it is with the LA logo. You know what I'm saying? In the AI voice, they be putting some good content together, calling Wack Porky the Rat or whatever. Lucy's handler. That Wack 100 and Vlad TV was a part of it with his interrogation line of questioning. Wack lied about everything about his past, and this man, I shot him in the face 32 times with a BB gun. Yo, you sounding like a straight goof, man. But Wack lied about all that. Luce Cannon played all these internet games for Wack just to get on his good side, to go at Big U, gets himself wrapped up in this indictment. And then, like I said, we already know Wack's the police, and then Wack's on here now exposing Luce Cannon has an old open case and he's a snitch or whatever. And that's what I'm saying, where I was like, all these guys, they want to call everyone, why you put me in thumbnails, why you talk about me, this and that, like, oh, y'all clout chasing. Like, all these dudes are doing it, whether it's on a smaller scale, large scale. Everyone's just trying to sit back and, you know what I mean, get some AdSense money up in their pocket and get brand deals and ish like that, and they'll do anything to do it. And it's all a bunch of hypocritical bullshit, man, straight up. I had to say bullshit on that one, not bullish. So I believe Luce Cannon has an old open case, you know, and that'll be interesting to see with this case what happens court-wise with people taking deals, or if they get sentenced into what to, if their case keeps getting pushed back, and what's happening with the other people on the indictment. We're gonna have to pay attention to all that, you know. So Wack's the police. Luce Cannon, I definitely believes the police. The paperwork I'm seeing emerging is looking like he's a fucking rat, which wasn't hard to figure out from the tight time he's been on since we seen him in the blogosphere with the goofballness he's been doing. This guy's straight up, like, not like, yo, I'm just gonna swagger jack ish off people, because we see people do that all the time. This man straight stole someone's name and was like, I'm the Luce Cannon, and was lying about being on, having platinum records. And I mean, just the goofiness involved with these individuals is straight comedy, man. But now we got Bricc Baby saying that Luce Cannon, which, did these guys just lie to the people talking about they were cellies and had a fight or something? Wasn't that debunked, that they were lying out their arses on that one? You know what I mean? Maybe Adam told Bricc Baby on that one, every time you do what I tell you, I'll give you a Suboxone strip and you ain't got to be sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, you can't make this ish up with this goofy ish all these motherfuckers are doing, man, straight up. And then Adam's talking about, yeah, I mean, we got the content side of Bricc Baby, the goofball games he likes to play and all that, and the sucker ish he does. And then me and him were just beefing. But now, you know, I passed him, I had someone slip him a Suboxone strip on the dance floor, and we're back cool now. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, like, there's different sides of Bricc Baby, but it was just me and him. It was a private conversation that I'm now revealing to the world, you know. Like, next thing you know, he's gonna be taking a page out of Wack 100's playbook and fucking you know, recording every phone call and playing it for people. I swear, man, go check out that video too, where Wack 100 got exposed lying about his whole get down and everything. I'll try to put the link to the Spider Loke video, man. Like, it's just goofy games, man. You know, that's why I like, the more you see about Wack 100, just, this guy's the worst, man, you know. And again, he got exposed for lying about everything, and then he tried to make the pellet gun assault sound like some real vicious ish, and it's just such a goofy thing to go to prison for, which he's lying all about how much time he did and when he did it and where he was at when he did it and stuff like that, and embellishing and lying. It's just all games he plays. That's why I've always said to everyone, I don't know why anyone engages with Wack 100, collabs with Wack 100. You know what I mean? This dude is literally like making a deal with the devil. He's literally Wack Edgar Hoover, COINTELPRO operative. But as far as Bricc Baby saying that about and Adam leaking out what's supposed to be a privileged phone call amongst friends, that's laughable. These dudes ain't friends, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even got a real employee-employer relationship neither. Adam is trying to digitally pimp everybody that comes across there, you know, and then exploit everyone for everything he can get up out of them, and kick him to the curb when he's used them all up. But the Bricc Baby thing, again, I'm not doubting that Luce Cannon's a straight stool pigeon like COINTELPRO, Wack Edgar Hoover. But it's like crazy to me though, like, would Luce Cannon really be trying to recruit people to snitch? But then it's like there's something special about this guy. He's special, you know what I mean? They've been calling him the radio from that one movie, and not Radio Raheem, man. R.I.P. to Radio Raheem, Do the Right Thing. That was fucked up how they did Radio Raheem, man. We're talking about Radio, the Cuba Gooding Jr. movie, man, you know, where he was just on a different frequency. So I don't know, I can't quite call it if Luce Cannon really would try to like recruit people to rat with him, or that could be a throw off that Bricc Baby's telling, and he's trying to put that out there into the atmosphere to get the attention off him. Or all these motherfuckers could be telling, because again, this is a very serious indictment, you know. So I don't know what to make of it, but I just couldn't believe this, man. Like, No Jumper, successful platform, no one can take that away from him, but the sucker-ish in the trying to pimp individuals for their dignity and everything else, it's just really disgusting, man. And it's really dumbing down individuals, you know. Like, it's just making me sick at the end of the day, man. But hit the comments and let me know what you think about this. Who's ratting, who's snitching? Do you think all the above or what? And what do you think about everything else we touched on in this one? It's coffee, like, real talk. Hit the comments. We got to break this down. This ish is fucking crazy, man. Subscribe. I'm out.